Hello everybody and welcome to Retro Ratchet. So today we're exploring the Morris Leslie Classic Car Auction up at Errol Airfield. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk around the auction and I'm going to do a short review of all the cars I think are pretty cool. Please remember to like and subscribe and put in the comments if you've owned one of the cars that are featured today. Right, so let's get started with this one. So this is a Nomad. Now I've never seen one of these before, sitting on a Q plate, but it does look like it's based on a classic Mini. So put in the comments if you know anything about one of these. Let's take a wee look under the bonnet. Yep, wee A series in there. Yeah, it does look like a Mini under there. Yeah, so it must just be a Mini with a different body on it. It's a funny looking little thing, isn't it? Let's get a look inside. Very basic, painted dashboard, yeah, it's all Mini switch gear in there. I suppose it does kind of look like a Land Rover, but a bit of a dumpy one at that. Yeah, so it's definitely a strange one, that one. Wonder what that'll sell for. Now if you watch my other videos on the previous auctions, you'll recognise this. It's still here, it's on a no reserve auction today. R-plate Mazda CX9. If I had the space I would be putting a bid in, because it's absolutely lovely, this one. Check out how straight that is in the bodywork. It's as clean as. Look at those arches. Immaculate. Wheels could do with a wee refurb, but checking inside, a lovely grey leather. A wee bit wear on it, but it is an R plate, so it's at 97, and we have 33,000 miles on the clock. But I do love this. Electric windows all round. It's mostly for the rarity factor, and it's just as tidy on the passenger side. With a machine polish, this thing would come up like new. We do have a flat tyre though, we need to get that one sorted. Twin exhausts, had a tow bar on it at some point. A wee bit split on the leather seats in the back there, it's probably just with the sun that's done that. But definitely one I'll have to track down at some point in the future when I have got more space. So here we have a rare one, 2009 Civic Type R, Championship White, 29,000 miles on the clock, one previous owner, and to be fair it looks mint, just needs a wee bit of a detail. But these are fetching really good money at the moment. I think the estimate on this was about 10k. I have owned one of these before, but not the Championship one. Got a lovely interior in them. Look quite space age back in the day. Seats are pretty much immaculate in this one as well. Yeah, it's a nice place to be and they're great fun. Original Type R mats in there as well. Push button start. 8,000 red line on it. It really looks the part, this one. A wee scratch on the bumper there, but nothing major. Take a look around this side, see what it looks like. White wheels, so colour coded to match a car. Yeah, I really like that one. White definitely suits these. Be interesting to see how much this one actually makes. Right, here's something you don't see much these days, but it used to be 10 a penny back about 20 years ago. It's a Focus 1.8 saloon. Even back then, there wasn't that many saloons, loads of hatchbacks and estates. Kind of a bizarre proportioned car, but this one looks absolutely mint. It's a Ghia, so it should be spec'd up. 54,000 miles on the clock. The 1.8 Z-Tech engine in it. Let's have a wee bit of a closer look, see what it's like inside. So manual gearbox, which is good. Little gear badge in the middle there, don't know if that's standard. Fake wood trim on the dashboard. I mean, looking at it isn't absolutely mint condition. A wee bit wear on that steering wheel there. Typical early 2000s Ford dash on it. But yeah, this is an interesting one. Just notice a wee dent in there. Paint actually really sets it off. Tiny little bit of blistering starting on that arch, but considering it's a Focus from this age, I think it's pretty impressive. What do you think, guys? Put in the comments. Cool or not cool? I think it's cool. I would own one of these, I think, just as a wee runabout. And they're actually alloys. I thought they were wheel trims at first glance. But yeah, what a nice car. Sills look mint on it. This could be a good little find for someone, I think. Right, this must be the rarest one in the show. Shown as imported, it's a 1981 Fiat 124 Spider. I can't remember seeing one of these on the road, ever actually. Lovely looking thing, as most early 80s Fiats like this were. Left-hand drive, take a wee look inside. Beautiful. In fact, it does actually look like it has rear seats in it. I'm not sure what legroom would be like in there. Wooden dash. Let's have a look, see if I can put this seat forward. Yeah, I'm not sure what legroom would be like trying to get in the back. I can't even get my hand in there. You might get a child in if you are very lucky. Let's have a look at some of these controls. Heater controls there in the middle. I love all that, proper retro. We have an old Clarion stereo. Some lights there. Some warning lights there on the dash. A lovely thing, this. Convertible roof. Seems in okay condition, probably just needs a bit of a clean. And there's a view from the rear. I mean, it looks properly mean. Aftermarket twin exhaust on it. 2000 fuel injection badge. You have Barth badge there as well. I think it's probably had some welding along the rear at some point in its life. You can tell it has definitely had bodywork, which you would expect. But really presentable. If you look in the driver's side. Yeah, check that out. Proper retro gauges in there. The rev counter as well, painted on red line. Then the indicator stalks. Never seen that design before. Put in the comments if you've owned one of these. Definitely something going on in there. I don't want to dig too much in there, it will end up like kit, I would imagine. Thumbs up or thumbs down for this one. Now here's another rare one. So at face value, it just looks like another early Audi A4. But on closer inspection, it's actually a 2.4 with a manual box. So these were V6. I don't think I've ever seen a manual one. They've all been automatic, but check that out. Blue leather. This is, again, something that would definitely interest me and add into the collection. This type of thing. Let's have a wee look up here. 36,000 miles, 2 former keepers. I mean, how rare is that? In condition, again, it needs a really good detail. It's not too bad though. You've got a big dent on the wing there. Loads of scratches and little minor little dents and stuff, but see, with the machine polish that thing would come up so nice. Again, there was loads of them on the roads back in the day, but now they've all just vanished. A real quality car back then. Twin exhausts. 2.4, what 150, 160 brake maybe? Let's take a wee look in the back. Yeah, it's so nice. Excellent condition. Take another wee look round the driver's side of this one. Yeah, I'm loving some of the rarer stuff today. Original alloy wheels there. The driver's side's really good as well. It's in a wee bit better condition than the passengers is. Let's have a wee look inside again. Yep, there we go. Can't focus on that, but that's 36,000 miles. Fake wood dash. Digital climate control. It's actually only a 5-speed. That's surprising. It's a nice comfy thing to sit in. Electric sunroof up there. Yeah, I like that. It'll be interesting to see what that actually sells for. Here we have another rare one. So this is a 695 Abarth Maserati edition. Now I have had a couple of Abarths back in the day, but I never knew they'd done a Maserati one. So I suspect it'll probably go for a decent amount. I've got some Brembo brakes in there. Looks like floating discs. And this one's it's a soft top here. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this goes for. Got some nice tailpipes on it. 695 Edizione Maserati. Right, so has anybody owned one of these? So put in the comments if they've owned one of the special edition 695 Abarths. Let's have a wee look inside it actually. So this one appears to be well specced up. The dashboard line up, 26,000 miles. Automatic gearbox, climate control. And you've got the wee boost gauge up there, which does look pretty cool. They're a nice wee car, to be fair. And this one, JBL speakers. Yeah, so I think this has definitely got a few wee options, but it would be an expensive car back in the day. Got a wee Abarth badge down there. The leather is beautiful. Check out those seats. They're immaculate. 180 brake, I think these were. Does look like quite an unusual colour as well for one of these. Yeah, quite cool. And the wheels really set this one off, I think. Right, here we have a 1993 Merc 300 SL24. This one does look like it's been well used, certainly body-wise. Got something going on there in the wing. But as overall, it's pretty presentable, to be fair, and there's not that many of them on the road these days. Showing just under 100,000 miles. Well, Mercs from this era, I mean, they were built really, really well. The grey leather interior. Can't recline that forward, that seems to be broken. So it's got electric seat controls. Let's have a wee sit inside. These are lovely, these. Fake wood there. Looks like it's got heated seats in it. But yeah, I love these old Mercs. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's seats in the back there. There's no seat belts. I think that's just storage. But yeah, it's definitely a well-loved one, this, shall we say. There's a view from the back. 300 SL24. I think that was one of the smaller engine options. The original twin exhaust under there. There's a lot of tiny little blisters and things all over the body. But what a stunning looking car though. Really nice thing. Yeah, loads of little things like that, blisters and stuff. It does sit very low in the front. I don't know if that's standard or not. Yeah, those wings I think need a wee bit of work. Bonnet. Let's see if we can get under there. No, I can't get under there. So what do we think? Worth the gamble for that one? Here's a cool old piece of kit. V12 Jager Sovereign. Proper beast of a car, this one. Right, what can we see in this? We've got some original headlamp wipers. Yeah, pretty cool. And some rust, which you would expect on one of these. Let's have a look, see actually if we can have a look at the bonnet, under the bonnet. Maybe not. Right, so this one looks like, again, a well-used example. Well, I've got a big hole there, the windscreen pillar, so I think it will be a bit of a project on this one, to be fair. Let's have a wee look right the way along it. Yeah, bottoms of the door. A bit of a hole going on there. Arches. Holes round that pillar there. Definitely been leaking some water out of there. So it's a bit of a project on this one, I would say, to be fair. But it's a V12, so that'll be the 5.3. Yeah, definitely a full project. Very much the same round here. We've got some lacquer peel. Let's have a wee look inside. Full of cobwebs and things. You can see that coming off the door there. But what a beautiful car though. Back in the day. Proper luxury. Fuel computer in there. 3-speed automatic gearbox. We've got some cruise control. Let's take a look round the driver's side. And in the back, luxury. Got all that legroom in the back. Leather's in very good condition. I don't know if it's been dyed at some point or if that's original. Check that dashboard out. Look at that, red line 6,500, so they do rev quite high. It's actually really comfy to sit in. The wee controls there, I don't know if they're for the mirrors. But yeah, this is nice. 2-spoke steering wheel. Be interested to hear this thing start. I bet it sounds lovely. A line across the top there where it's been painted, but I would not fancy doing the welding on it. See the amount of metal you would need if you were starting to get into floors and that. So that's one for another year, I think. Right, what do we have here? Rover 800 Sterling. So that's funny to see another one of these so soon after doing a review on the 825 Sterling earlier in the week. This one is, however, not in as good condition as that. A later car on an N, so about 95. So this will be an 827. Bodywork, yeah, definitely needs a wee bit of work down there. Overall, I mean, the body's actually not too bad on this side. The sills that aren't too bad from what I can see. They've maybe had work, of course, in the past, but that back door needs something doing to it. Bonnet will need some paint work on it. It's got the layer style bonnet with the grille on it. Driver's side, again, not too bad actually, it's reasonably straight. I mean, those sills are alright. You look at them, there is a wee dent at that bit in the front. But overall, that's actually not too bad. Yeah, I take back my earlier statements. It's maybe not too much of a project. Nice original alloy wheels there. Let's have a wee look inside. Automatic gearbox, as you would probably expect on one of these, with the wood trim. Cream leather. Electric memory seats and adjustment. So you can be sitting in it. This one's fitted with an airbag. It's a later car, showing 81,200 miles on the clock. The dashboard's unfortunately come away there. There's probably just heat and that's expanded upwards. Yeah, climate control and stuff. Period radio. Heated seat controls. Nice old place to be. Someone's fitted some tweeters there into the door trims. Isn't really my cup of tea doing that kind of thing, but I suppose you could remove them. Yeah, view down there, it is actually pretty straight. You twin exhausts under there. So being a tow car earlier on in its life. It's still a nice car. A wee bit of corrosion going on around that arch there. Nothing too terminal on the face of it, so it'll be interesting to see what this actually makes. And probably the smallest car here, Fiat 126. Now these are pretty rare. I mean, look at this one. Yeah, 1990. I think this is pretty low mileage as you'd expect. 22,000 miles. You wouldn't really want to do many miles in one of these. Tiny little thing, but pretty cool though. Obviously manual gearbox, with really not much to them. Cloth trim on the doors. Pedals are tiny. Check that out. Basic dashboard there in it. I've got an old Sharp radio cassette player. Your heater controls. Yeah, there's very, very little to these. Absolutely tiny, but what a cool car. It's actually very, very clean, this one. Fiat 126 BIS. I don't know what the BIS actually stands for. VP shooter exhaust there. Yeah, it's a very, very tidy, clean example, this one. Again, you could polish that up and do a little bits and pieces on it. Yeah, put something in the comments what you think of those. Rear-engined as well. Probably quite a lot of fun. I wouldn't want to be in one in a bump though. Right, check this one out. Mark 1 Toyota MR2. I've got a real soft spot for these. Got the pop-up headlights, mid-engined. This one looks pretty good condition, to be fair. Look at that bodywork, nice and straight, and red is definitely the colour for these. Wee bit faded on the boot lid, but you do get that. But check that out for the rear. How nice is that? Looks like maybe an aftermarket twin exhaust on it there. Right. So these were fitted with a 1.6 twin cam 16 valve, not the 2 litres like the Mark II. But looking down that side as well, a wee bit of blistering going on in that arch, but nothing major. Original alloys, very straight car. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll go for a decent amount, that one. Right, let's get a wee look inside it, see what it's like. The seats are lovely condition, look, there's no wear on those. 90s velour. Let's get right in here, look at that dash. We've got a red line there, 7,500. 93,000 miles on the clock. Some unusual controls there for the wipers and the lights. I think with these you sit so low, you really do feel like you're sitting in a sports car. Oh, I like these. I'll be very interested to see what this actually sells for. Just on second inspection there, you might not be able to pick it up, but the bonnet does look like it's a different bonnet that's been fitted. It isn't that great a colour match on it, but that's no big deal. But yeah, lovely little thing. It does sit very, very low though. Wonder if that's standard. Right, see what we've spotted here. An old favourite of mine, Mercedes CLS 55 AMG. So I owned one of these for about 4 years. This one is lovely. It's got a stunning red interior on it. The bodywork looks nice and straight. I think black is definitely the best colour for these. Wheels are in immaculate condition as well, which is surprising. Check out the interior, look at that. Red leather, not to everyone's taste, but top of my list. Without a doubt. This one is very, very tidy. Standard twin AMG tailpipes on it. Original badges. Tinted windows. So if we look around the driver's side, I mean this one looks totally mint. What's the mileage on it? 33,000 miles. Very, very low mileage for one of these, and considering it is black, it's in amazing condition. Check out the driver's side's very much the same. Excellent condition. They do start to go a wee bit round these arches, but no, it's totally spotless, this one. Right, let's take a wee look inside here. Yeah, designo interior. Check that out. Let's have a wee sit in it. 34,000 miles. Mine was about 100,000 miles. Got a few extras in it. We've got heated and cooled front seats. Obviously climate, sat nav. This is your suspension controls there for the dampers. You can raise the height. You've got electric sunroof in there. A bit unusual that the centre armrest is black. And then you've got steering wheel there. You've got your gear controls on the back if you want to manually adjust it. Black leather on the door trims, which is a little bit unusual. I would have had red, much red as possible. So this will be interesting. These are lovely, lovely cars though. Tell me what you think. Right, here we have an Astra Mk2 Gsi. It looks like it's an Opel one. What does it say? 147,000 miles imported to the UK. So it's a 1987 right-hand drive. I love these. Does need a wee bit of body on it. You got a wee bit of blistering. Well, actually, a lot of blistering going on that door. You wouldn't be able to see it. There we go. You can see it there now. So that does need a wee bit of work. But you know, these are getting on. But I enjoyed that Mk2 that I drove a few months back, and it'd be interesting to drive a 2-litre version. And I'd imagine the performance would be pretty spectacular on them. There's your interior, and of course it will have the digital dash. Yes, that's the best part of these, that dashboard. Seats are lovely. They're actually in pretty decent condition as well. So what do we think of that, guys? Love those bonnet vents, they're just stunning. And white's definitely a good colour for these with the colour-coded wheels. But yeah, 2-litre, I think a 2-litre would be quite lively. Tell me what you think. Right, here we have a very rare sight. 2-litre Vauxhall Carlton Estate, and it's in CD trim. How rare is this? Check that out. It does look absolutely mint, to be fair. I mean, I can't remember seeing an estate one of these for about 20 years. Huge. Also been a towing car in its earlier life. With the tyre sorting on it. It's absolutely massive. But condition wise, it's spot on. So let's have a wee look inside if we can. There's a boot. Right. This will be cavernous inside. Yeah, I mean, check that out. It's massive. Let's have a wee look at the driver's side. See what we can see. Manual gearbox. Velour seats. I mean, they're absolutely immaculate. Electric windows. It should have a decent spec, this one being a CD. 100,000 miles on the clock. Philips radio cassette player. You've even got air conditioning in it, which I'm surprised about. But yeah, lovely comfy cruiser, this thing. Strange little hole in the dashboard. But other than that, what a lovely car. Proper family car from back in the day. We've even got a manual sunroof. So, what do you think of this then? Anybody owned in a Carlton Estate back in the day? Put in the comments what you think. Once a common sight on the streets as a child, this is an early 90s transit van that's been converted into an ice cream van. How cool is that? Only got something like 5,000 miles on the clock. I'm guessing it could potentially be a non-runner as it's sitting around here. Have a wee look inside it. Not that there's going to be much to see in the front. Yeah, just standard transit van. Definitely a bit of a restoration project. Right, we'll have a look around the most interesting side of it, which is where you get your ice creams. Yeah, check that out. It's proper blast from the past, this one. And we do have an empty freezer in there, as you would expect. But that's pretty cool, that thing, you know. I thought all of these would have been scrapped a long time ago. I wonder what the back lights are off of. Put in the comments if you know. J plate, yeah, it must be a 91 or something, that one. Hopefully it'll be taken and it'll be restored by somebody. Be great to see something like that at a classic car show.